Okay, let's just dive right in. We're going to break down one of the most important and, let's be honest, most feared moments in your career: salary negotiation. The goal here is to take this from something that feels super scary to a moment of pure opportunity, all by using a simple, proven playbook. This right here, this is it. This is the single most expensive mistake you can possibly make. The second you hear that number, your brain is just flooded with relief. You got the job. But that impulse, that urge to just say yes on the spot, can literally cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your career. No joke. And here's why that first yes is so critical. Think about it. That initial number isn't just about your first year's paycheck. It's the foundation. It's the floor that every single future raise, bonus, and promotion is going to be built on. A low floor means a low ceiling. Getting this first number right pays dividends for years and years. So how do you avoid making that ridiculously expensive mistake? Well, it all starts with one simple but incredibly powerful tool: the pause. Let's look at how this one small move sets you up for success. This is your script, your automatic go-to response. When they make the offer, you just say this: "Thank you so much. I'm really excited about this opportunity. I'd like to take about 48 hours to review the full offer. Would it be okay to schedule a follow-up call for Monday morning?" See, it's professional, it's polite, and most importantly, it buys you precious time. And here's the psychology behind why that works so well. That pause, it's your secret weapon. It gives you the space to let that, "oh my gosh, I got the job" emotion settle down so you can put your business hat back on. You instantly shift from being a grateful job seeker to a valued consultant who is there to discuss a business deal. Okay, so you've used the pause. You're in consultant mode. Now what? Well, now it's time to actually prepare your counteroffer using a really clear and effective playbook. This is probably the biggest rule in all of negotiation. Your future employer, to be blunt, does not care about your rent or your car payment. That's your world. They care about their world, which is their return on investment. So your personal needs, totally irrelevant. The value you bring to the company, that's everything. You have to frame your ask around the results you're going to deliver for them. So your counteroffer can't just be a number you pull out of thin air. It has to be a carefully crafted statement. A script that connects the salary you want directly to your market value, and more importantly, the specific impact you're going to make for that company. And here it is, the magic phrase. Now notice how it's not a demand, right? It's a conversation starter. It smartly references the impact you'll make, which you should have already talked about in your interviews, and it frames your salary expectation based on that value. And that last part is their flexibility. That opens the door for a discussion. It doesn't slam it shut. Okay, let's say they agree. Awesome. But wait, you are not done yet. You have to lock it in. After you verbally agree on the new terms, immediately send a quick email summarizing everything. And then, this is so important, you do not do anything, especially not quitting your current job, until you have that revised formal offer letter in your hands. A crucial rule to live by. If it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. But what happens when you use that perfect script and they come back with a hard no? Is it all over? Is the negotiation dead? Absolutely not. This is just where you pivot. Let's look at a real-world example. So meet Elena. She went in, she negotiated, and the recruiter hit her with the most classic line in the book: "I'm sorry, the budget for this role is firm." You've probably heard this one before, right? So what do you think? Is that the end of the road for her? Does she just have to accept the first number or walk away? Nope. Elena was smart. She didn't fight them on the firm salary. Instead, she pivoted. She acknowledged their constraint, but then she linked her expanded responsibilities to other forms of value, things like a performance bonus or more pay time off. She basically changed the currency of the negotiation. And what happened? Well, like magic, the company suddenly found an extra $7,000. Turns out this salary budget might have been firm, but the bonus budget wasn't. This just proves that hearing no on salary does not mean no on your total compensation. All right, here's another great scenario. Meet Maria. She was actually told she was the company's second choice. So naturally, she felt like she had zero leverage. I mean, they're basically telling her they're settling, right? Most people would just take whatever they were offered and be grateful. But Maria's response was just brilliant. She didn't get defensive about being second choice. She used it. She focused on the unique value that she brought to the table, something the first choice probably didn't have.
She even quantified it, saying her skill would save the team 10 hours a week. And then she put a price tag on that efficiency. And guess what? It worked. The big takeaway here is that your compensation is a whole package. It's got a lot of different parts. If that base salary is truly locked down, fine, pivot. Ask for a sign-on bonus, a budget for courses, a better title, or even an agreement to have a performance review in 6 months instead of a full year.
Okay, let's bring this all home and talk about what's really at stake here. We've gone over the tactics, but I really want you to understand the long-term impact of not using them. You have to let this sink in. This is a massive mindset shift. A company is offering you a job because you are the solution to a problem they have, a problem that's costing them money. You're not a charity case. You are a consultant entering into a business deal. And it's never rude to discuss the terms of a business deal. In fact, it's expected. And if you don't negotiate, this is what it can cost you. Failing to negotiate just $5,000 or $10,000 early in your career, well, because of that compounding effect we talked about at the beginning, that can easily add up to over $200,000 in lost earnings over your lifetime. The cost of just a few minutes of an uncomfortable conversation is absolutely staggering. At the end of the day, it really just comes down to this. The world is not going to automatically give you what you deserve. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be your own biggest advocate. You have to be willing to state your value and ask to be compensated for it. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The moment they offer you the job, that is the moment of your maximum leverage. Think about it. They've invested all this time and money, they've picked you over everyone else, and they really, really want to close this deal. The only question is, now that you have the playbook, are you ready to use that leverage?